Good morning, everybody. All right, it's regular meeting, Liberty County Commissioners Court, April the 8th, 2025. It's about 9:03 a.m. Let the record show that Commissioner Karbowski, Commissioner Arthur, Commissioner Whitmire, and Commissioner Clark are here today. So we do have a quorum established, and we do have business for the court. Let's see. If y'all would all rise, Lee, I'm gonna give you another shot at the pledges this morning.
Yes, sir.
I'll get the invitation.
Please face the American flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please face the Texas flag.
On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
And if y'all would pray with me this morning, please. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the gorgeous day, beautiful weather. It's definitely springtime again in our part of the country. Lord, please be with us as we go through this day and be with these commissioners and help them to make the right decisions that are pleasing not only to you, but also, Lord, to help people. Lord, please be with the folks that are sick, folks that need a lot of prayers, Lord, and they need your healing. Lord, please be with the folks. Well, our fire marshal last night was in a little accident. So, Lord, please be with him and help him to heal up and come back with us. Lord, please be with all the first responders. Sometimes they get, Lord, sometimes they get a task that's hard to take care of in a hurry, but they're always there. And may we always remember them and support them. For men and women in uniform as well, Lord, may we always keep them in our prayers. And may you always keep them in your loving arms. Again, Lord, please be with us as we go through this day and the rest of this week. And Lord, help us each and every day. Please forgive us for our many sins, Lord, that we know we have them, and we ask your forgiveness. Thank you again for your wonderful blessings. In Jesus' most precious name, amen.
Amen.
Okay. All righty. Notices and proclamations. I don't think I have any today. So we'll move on down to public comment. Anybody has anything to comment about today? Nobody signed up, but we're always going to give you another chance just in case. Okay. Declare conflicts of interest. Anybody on the court have a conflict? Well, come on up and see us. No, we're just going to ask you your name and where you're from, and you can give all that good information to Ms. Chambers right here, and we'll start that route. Okay. All right.
It's actually not me, it's another guy, but I'll put his name on there.
Thank you.
Oh, are you gonna visit with us or just sign up?
You're ready.
Yeah, you get your 3 minutes. Yeah. All right. Okay. I was going to get the sheriff to come out there and tackle you. It'd be okay though, and bring you back. Come on up here and see us, so we can have you on record.
Good morning. My name is Glenn Sherwood. I'm with Highline Communications, along with me is Scott Burrell and Robert. We're here to talk to you and thank you for your time about the Boot to CPF grant money that was given to Highline. The time frame has already started. We only have 18 months to do this job. This is for the underserved and the unserved people in the community. The grant money is used to fill in the gaps that is missing for fiber optic service. Today, we're asking you all to consider and talk about an open permit so we can excel the process of communication with the county utility facilitators on placement of the utility in the utility right of way and within the county. The permission does not give Highline, doesn't give us special permission to coordinate the proper construction fundamentals and conducting the day-to-day installation and care of existing county property. I personally have been working with ITC, the heritage company of Highline, for more than 30 years. I can tell you, they have the integrity of the community first. Highline's mission is to provide an exceptional internet experience, empower our customers to work, play, and thrive in the connected world. Highline cultivates an environment that is customer-related, focused, and reliable. Highline currently serves communication internet needs for thousands of residents and businesses. Michigan, Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, Georgia, and of course, Texas. Highline is already established ties in the local community with IMS. We are in River Ranch and Dayton. We also have Harding and Kennefic subdivisions and areas that's already been built. Today, what we're here to ask for is the acceleration of dealing with the county and getting an open permit for you guys to discuss so that we can carry this project through to its completion in the short period of time that we have to build it. I have brought some maps that show the areas that we will be building with the grant money, and then Highline will fill in the gaps with the rest of the money after the grant money and time frame has been used. Is there any questions for us today on the?
Well, we can't, since it's during public comment, we can't ask questions, and nor can we offer a comment back to or rebuttal. So, okay.
We would like to talk with you off the record or whatever we need to do to continue this process. We have gotten with your permit department to start that discussion. Would like to either schedule some meetings or get further progress with that.
Okay.
All right.
Just, I can offer you this, just get in touch with Dee Dee or Joni in my office,
Okay.
and we can go from there.
I thank you for your time today.
Thank you. We have any add-ons this morning? We do? Okay. Angela?
We do. We have some budget amendment add-ons. There's one for Road and Bridge 3. It's moving money from road material to supplies and also to repairs. It's $20,000, and then they're moving 10 to each line. Also, we have a sheriff's office budget amendment, and it's going to be moving capital outlay over 25,000. It's going to move to capital outlay less than 25, and it's to upfit equipment for some Explorers they have. That's it.
Okay, this is for the, this is for the consent agenda. Kim, you have anything you need to add? Okay.
So we need to add Deputy Nathaniel Aragon with the Sheriff's Department as a payoff of unused vacation time. It is $2,763.81, and his longevity pay of $450, bringing the total to $3,213.80.
Okay.
That's all.
Is that all?
That's it.
I move that we approve the consent agenda with the two items that was mentioned, additions.
Got a motion from Greg, second from Bruce. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays. Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. On the regular agenda, item 8.1 for me is consider and approve the release of the burn ban effective April 8th, 2025. I haven't heard from our fire marshal. Sheriff, have you heard anything from him? I know he was in an accident last night, but
I'll get text messages.
okay, I'll ask you a better question. You want to give us an update? You want to give us an update on the jail last night? Does your little fire that you had? Since we're talking about fire ban or burn ban, so just thought I'd ask. Yes, sir.
We don't discuss fires right now.
We don't.
We don't have a burn ban. It's rained enough, I think, that we can do
Need to do what?
On the jail last night. So.
Yes, sir. Sir,
If we release this burn ban, is it going to be any problems over at the jail? Make it,
It's when it rains, it pours.
Yeah. Make a motion to release the burn ban.
motion from Bruce, second from David to release the burn ban. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Likewise, nays. And that motion does carry. Sheriff, is there anything you want to update about the fire last night at the jail? Since there's a lot of bad information.
Marshall made it to the jail after his accident that he had. It was determined it was started by a ballast in one of the offices for the COs.
Like a fluorescent ballast.
The ballast in a light.
Yeah.
Sure, yes, sir. And it came down, and there was papers on the desk that ignited because of that. And they had the fire put out pretty quick, and they had fans that blew the smoke out. So all the inmates that were taken down the other end were back in their cells last night. And a few of them, I think 3 or 4 maybe, went because of smoke inhalation. They went to the hospital, were released, and they're back. The COs were checked out, and they're back. Everybody was back.
Okay. All right. So the inmates didn't start it. It was a ballast. That was okay. Mighty fine. Thank you. Item number 8.2 from Mr. Brown, Open Tax Assessor Collector's Office. Consider and approve overpay refunds for the following accounts. Brother Rick, let's see, we got account 262933, CoreLogic, $4,037.29. 233822 CoreLogic, again, another overpayment for $2,792.83. Century Communities, 231032 for $3,347.63. Also Century Communities number 271093 for $15,688.86. And our last one was David and Kay Collingsworth, account number 135260 for $2,946.31.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Basically, this falls back on the responsibility of any refund in excess of $2,500.
Yes, sir.
Has to go before Commissioner Court and the auditor and all the levels of approval. And basically, it's an application process that the people realize there's a refund due to them. They fill out an application, they tell us where it needs to go, and then we bring it to the court. And basically this is, of course, in the height of our collection, where we've had, I think the last count, we've collected probably $178 million for all the entities, which is right on task with last year, right at 91% collections overall. So a lot of money has come in. Sometimes there's a mismatch in the mail. These third-party people collect, or the bank, the people, they send in a payment. So basically the collection, we only collect from one. Whoever creates the refund is the one that gets the refund back. So that's basically what these are, just returning the money to the people that created the refund.
Yes, sir.
And we're asking your approval.
Just to make one thing clear, that $190 million y'all have collected is not for the county, particularly it's for all the taxing agencies.
It's for all.
We're not
entities.
taxing that money.
I think we're right at, for the county, we're in the 50s million of that. So probably about a third of that is the county, which puts us right at around 90% of our projection for the year, which is pretty good for this time of year. We have another big collection running up in June. That's when the attorneys send out their letters to let them know, hey, you didn't pay. So we get another ration. Usually it comes in July. So we're on a good pace, but duly noted, the county didn't collect it. We did collect it for all the entities.
Not for us. Okay. I move that we approve these.
Second.
Got a motion from Greg, second from Bruce to approve. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Rick, is there anything going on in the legislature about values of properties going down, going up this year? Any kind of bills that are going to be special towards that?
Thank you, gentlemen.
You know, I get a review of all the ones and there's, you know, they highlight what's in committee, what's not in committee. Our group, our professional group kind of is monitoring anything related to property tax and, of course, on the vehicle side as well. The only movement I've heard anything about is increasing the homestead exemption, which would mean basically the schools are getting, you know, if they increase it up to $40,000 last year, it went up to $100,000. And basically that's a reduction in your school tax. It doesn't carry over to the county or anything else. And then the way the schools get compensated, I say they just kind of move the money back around and give them that offset. The school's not taking less in money, they're just taking in less from property taxes and more from the rainy day fund or wherever they get surplus fund. As far as valuations, there's all kind of about exemptions and, you know, quarterly pays and that kind of stuff. But I haven't seen anything really that highlights a devaluation. That's really up to the controller and all the central appraisal district authorities. I don't think the legislation really gets into values as much as they do exemptions or things that, you know, we're going to reduce and stuff. But all the values seem to be holding strong.
Yep.
All the indications with valuations that there has not been any erosion in that. So I would think for the time being, I think we're on that same trajectory we were from last year.
Okay. I was just kind of curious since I normally hear from the comptroller side, but since he just took a job as chancellor of the Board of Regents at Texas A&M, then we don't have a comptroller now. So, yeah. All right.
Well, and again, some of them are the opinion that they can do away with property taxes, but again, where's that 170 million going to come from that we collected for our entities?
Yeah.
It's got to come from something, you know.
Well, yeah, that stripe down the middle of the highway has to be paid for somehow.
There's things that
Yeah.
gotta be paid.
Yeah.
Where it comes from, that seems to be one of the more equitable ways of applying it to the public. But
Right.
I know there's different opinions.
Okay. Well, anytime the legislature's meeting, it's always a scary moment. So,
It is.
yeah. Okay.
And especially if we're on such a short path for reenacting this stuff, you know, they end their session in July or June or July, and we have to send out tax notices in August. So,
Right.
I mean, it doesn't give you much, and a lot of those things are effective the day they sign the bill. You know?
Right.
So it makes you kind of shift gears pretty quick.
Sure does.
But nothing seems to be really in that.
Okay.
vein right now.
We'll keep an eye and an ear on it. Okay.
We're watching.
All right. Thank you. 8.3 from Ms. Harris over in the Treasurer's Office. Consider and approve the annual contract for DocuSign software in the amount of $3,133.72 for the employee onboarding process in the county treasurer's office. Kim, you have anything you want to add to it about that?
Well, I think it's a really good thing, first of all.
Turn your mic on.
Miranda has been working on this project, so she can answer detailed questions for you, but I can tell you that she has spoken to Dwayne about it, and Dwayne said that the money could come from non-departmental for this. So what it is we would like to, instead of utilizing paper
Mhm.
or all that big pile of paperwork that everybody remembers filling out when they came to work here, to instead use the DocuSign software to allow everybody to go online, fill out the documents, sign the documents, and send them over to us in a secure platform. So Any detailed questions Miranda can answer for you. She's been working on it and making sure all the glitches are taken care of so that we
Okay.
can move forward.
Will you have a computer, something in your office for new employees to come in to
Yes.
do this?
Yes, we have laptops available.
Okay.
Will this ultimately save money for the county, for the record retention that you have to do with the paper copies?
I think it probably could save money with the paper, because it's a lot of paper that we print out. So instead of using the paper, it would just, be online. Good
Okay.
point, Gerald.
Miranda?
I don't have anything to add. It keep us in compliance. When you use certain federal and state regulation forms that are electronically signed, they have regulations on how they're sent, the security of the email being sent, and DocuSigns keeps up with all of that security. So it will keep us in compliance with all of that as well.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion from Bruce, second from David. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 4 from Commissioner Karbowski, consider and approve variance to road width for Cedar Springs subdivision, section 5.
Now, this is an extension of a road that last year we approved the same thing on, so this is just matching the road that's already there.
So Bruce, I'd like to understand why are we granting a variance to?
The variance
reduce the
isn't
width?
just going around a detention pond and stuff. It's large lots. There's only 12 lots back there. We're going down from 22 to 20 feet.
Okay.
On the,
So there's only gonna be 12 homes on this?
yes, it's, well, actually,
Okay.
Move that we approve.
Second.
Motion from Greg, second from David to approve. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 5 from Commissioner Arthur, consider and approve Hallett Materials Commercial Development Site Plan and no rise certificate at 1340 County Road 2117.
We cleared up.
Cleared up a lot of this
stuff
yesterday.
At this point, I'd just say we table both these next two.
Number 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Yeah, I make a motion to table 5.
That's just what I did.
Yeah.
You didn't. Anyway, you suggested table.
Well,
Okay.
a strong suggestion. Okay, so we'll give the
Okay,
Well,
second.
anyway, I don't
Second.
mind.
second to Bruce.
Oh, wait, what are we doing?
He made,
Greg gets
evidently
the,
he made the motion.
He gets the motion.
Oh, okay.
Table 5 and 6.
Okay.
we have to go to 6 also. So we got a motion from Greg, a second from Bruce to table. Any further, number 5, any discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Number 6 is consider and approve Harrington Aggregates Commercial Development Site Plan and no rise certificate at 22753 Highway 146 North. Again, we met on this yesterday and
Make a motion to table.
Second.
so Bruce gets the motion. David gets the second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Okay. Number 7, from Ms. Chambers, consider and approve the continuation of the county clerk intern program with 2 temporary interns for the summer of 2025. Each will be paid $15 per hour for the county clerk records management program. A good, worthy use for this fund.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have a young man who's very strong, who's going to be helping us move the book room around, clean out the attic, work on the elections. And then we have a young lady who's graduating from college. She's going to Vanderbilt Law School in the fall, and she wants to work, and we're going to have her working on the county court at law DWAPs,
Oh, good.
and cleaning up the commissioner's court minutes. So I'm trying to get some stuff done. But it's getting competitive out there, so I wanted to see if we could go up $1 to 15.
You got the money?
Yeah, we do. We-
Angela, she got the money? Okay, she got the money, yeah.
Wondering how you're finding them for 15.
Yeah, me
No.
too.
motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion from David, second from Greg. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 8, from Ms. Bergman over at District Attorney's Office, consider and approve contract labor for the fiscal year to cover the DARE classes at the current hourly rate of up to $5,000. This amount will be paid out of the Special Investigative Fund. Angela, you have any problem with that? None. Okay.
Motion to approve.
Motion from David. Second from Greg. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. Motion carries. Number 9 from Sheriff, consider and approve donating 6 Motorola radios to Dayzetta Police Department. Sheriff?
Yes, sir, Judge. These radios are no use to the sheriff's office anymore. They're outdated, but Dayzetta PD could use them. So they made a request for help and we're going to donate those with your blessing to the Dayzetta PD.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Don't they only have one officer out there?
Sir?
Don't they only have one officer over there? What are they gonna do with 6
They have
radios?
some reserves.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I think they have the chief and an officer and then they have some reserves. Yes, sir.
Who's he gonna talk to? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Got a motion from David, a second from Greg to approve. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 10 from Mr. C, consider and approve the payment application number 8 from White Construction in the amount of $392,682.64 for the work they've completed there in the Northwest Annex project.
It's looking good down
It's okay.
Does anybody know when this date of completion is going to be on this?
It's ahead of time right now,
Yeah,
but I'm
we went
not
out-
sure.
When we was out there, Greg and I drove by and looked at it.
Yeah.
there.
Make a
Steph?
motion to approve.
I know they're working on the interior.
Okay.
Second.
Yeah,
Who seconded?
David. Got a motion from Bruce, second from David to pay the bill. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 11 from Mr. C, consider and approve the purchase of an alarm upgrade from A1 Telecom in the amount of $1,206 with payment terms of 60% due upon issuance of the purchase order and the remaining 40% due upon the completion for the Community Supervision and Corrections Department. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory. Stephanie, you have anything you want to add to it?
No, sir.
Nope, pretty self-explanatory. What say the court?
Move we approve.
I'll
Motion-
second.
Motion from Greg, second from Gerald.
Where's this place located at?
Probation across the street.
Oh, okay. Juvenile or adult?
Adult.
Oh, it's above.
What is it?
Adult.
Adult probation.
Adult.
Over here.
All right, got a motion from Greg, second from Gerald. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 12 from Mr. C, along with Commissioner Whitmire. Good to see you this morning there. Okay. Consider and approve the lease purchase of 2 2025 Mack MD7 dump trucks from Volvo and Mack Trucks of Waco through the TIPS program contract number 230802 for $259,000 and a 36-month buyback agreements for precinct 3. David, you got anything? Just
No.
need some dump trucks.
Make a motion to approve.
Hey, I just have one question about, is this like a preferred provider? I saw it was out of Waco and I have no idea.
They're on the buy.
They're on the,
Stephanie, you want to ease up?
Yeah, we use that. It's another cooperative contract, so we don't have to go out to
I
bid
see.
for such items like that. They've already got the pricing and bidding already done.
okay. When I was looking at it,
Yeah.
it said, Waco, and I thought, well, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody sells them down here. So, but I see.
Okay.
You got a motion from Bruce, looking for a second.
I'll second.
Second from Gerald. All right, further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That
I need to
motion
use one of
carries.
them, Whitmire.
Sure.
I can do the other one.
So let's make a deal. Is that it? Where's Monty Hall? Okay. Number 13 from Mr. C. Consider and approve the lease agreement number 11446 70908-014 with Cadence Bank for 2 Mack MD7 dump trucks for precinct 3. So this is the second part of the agreement that we have. Okay.
Make a motion to,
To approve the purchase and buyback agreements, and this is the actual leasing documents through the bank.
Right.
make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from Bruce, second from Gerald. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 14 from Constable Precinct 4, Thornton. Consider and approve request for transfer of DPS equipment to Liberty County, Constable Precinct 4, and I'll just give you what I can on that. Robbie brought this over. We can get some equipment from DPS, and was requesting that we sign that he could go ahead and pick it up.
What kind of equipment is he?
I think maybe some vehicles or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
So-
vehicles. and I-
Four-door pickup truck, SUV, two
Yep.
of them, a Tahoe. Yeah. Make a motion to approve. Everybody want to give us anything?
Motion from Bruce, second from David.
Judge, I just wanted to make
Yeah.
a comment. I was looking through this to see, going through all the documentation, and one of the criteria said that we had to be an economically disadvantaged area.
We are.
And there was
We
some
are.
criteria
Yeah.
that was established here. So I'm assuming that we met the definition that DPS had in their giveaway programs to economically disadvantaged areas. So
I believe you can go on our website and it's in big
So we're
bold
poor.
letters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
we are.
just so I,
Okay. But anyway, just for transparency purposes, I request we put this on the agenda to
Sure.
approve. All right, so we have a motion from Bruce, second from David. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. And number 15, Ms. McCarty's here today, so we'll, Catherine, you want to just, I can read the whole thing, or,
I'm trying to get Mr. Kimbrough on his cell phone.
okay,
Dee Dee, I just texted him. He has the link and he is
Okay.
joining now.
okay.
Judge, you do have to read the whole paragraph. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
But
I'm not out of
per-
wind
per
yet.
the Open Meetings Act, you
Yeah.
need to read it. But before you do, this is just a project that we have been working on. And when I say we, Liberty County, myself, outside counsel with Vicker staff, Mr. Charles Kimbrough, and what we're doing today. And he's going to get on to talk a little bit more about it, but exercise that option for real estate that is being donated to us in exchange for the abatement that was given. All the environmental studies came back the way we would have hoped. And so we have to exercise that option before April 30th of this year. And
Right.
like I said, Mr. Kimbrough will be on shortly to give you that information.
so
I'm here.
this is in your area?
Yes, it is.
It's your
Yeah.
precinct?
We'll
And-
we'll discuss it in executive session.
Okay.
Actually, this is an open.
It's an
Oh,
open,
it is
yeah.
open?
Session.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is simply to approve the agreement to execute and exercise that option for the real estate.
Right.
You wanna go ahead and read
This is
Yeah.
Chuck Kimbrough. I'm on. Hello.
All right, thank you, Chuck. This is number 15 is discussion and potential action pursuant to Chapter 381 of the Texas Local Government Code and other authority, and that certain approved and active economic development program agreement originally dated May the 4th, 2023, and amended August 21st, 2024, by and between Liberty County, Texas, and Liberty County Solar Project, LLC. This discussion and potential action may occur regarding the following matters. A, the consideration and approval of the county's timely and proper exercise of that certain real estate option granted by the company to the county as a part of the agreement. Said option to involve, upon its exercise by the county, the company's donation by deed without monetary consideration required as a purchase price to the county for authorized public purposes of all that certain tract or parcel of land located in Liberty County, Texas, a part of the J.A. Williams League or Survey Abstract Number 119, therein containing approximately 37.734 acres, 7834 acres, more or less, and identified as the donated land in the agreement. B is the consideration and approval of the county to proceed with the completion and the closing of the aforesaid donated land transaction with the company pursuant to the agreement, and whereby the county acquires the donated land from the company through the stated donation conveyance procedure, and C, all related matters. So, Chuck, I know you're here with us. You want to add anything to this, this particular agenda item?
I'm not sure if the court has questions. You know, this thing has been out there a while. I'm not sure if everybody remembers all of the ins and outs of the original transaction, and I'm happy to talk about that. But it's my understanding that the county still contends that there is an effort to have that road project out there.
Yep.
Still correct. The Commissioners Court's desirous of pursuing that road project, at least from a preliminary standpoint, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Gerald, just kind of bring you up to speed on it. You have Farm Market Road 1413 that circles around from US 90 all the way back around to State Highway 146.
Mm-hmm.
That's south of Dayton, okay? And River Ranch, which is right across the street. Now that's the portion to the north of Big Ditch. You know where Big Ditch is, okay? It's a man-made ditch, been there for as long as I can remember. That's going to be mostly, well, it is not mostly, it's all housing. But down below that, the question is, what will it be? And what we were looking at was a road that would cut from 146 over to 1409, which there's not one there as far as between Barbers Hill and Dayton. So that was, and so, you know, fire service is provided by Westlake Fire Department with ESD number 3, and they can't get to 146 without going all the way either back into Dayton or back all the way down to Barbers Hill and back around on 146. So we looked at this and in discussions with the River Ranch people that they would donate land for a road. Well, in the meantime, we had the solar company came in and bought the property that was contiguous to the River Ranch property, but it was blocking in between the River Ranch property and 1409.
Mm-hmm.
So we approached the solar folks and said, hey, let's see if we can get right of way through that property before we make some mistakes where we'll have solar panels blocking the project. And this has been going on for what, Catherine?
3 years.
3 years at
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not just an easement. They're
Right.
actually donating, giving us the land.
Right.
So
Right.
we have 37 acres of land as a proposed new road to cut through there.
Okay, so would this road be built at the county's expense?
No.
No,
No.
no, no.
No.
This,
So
Chuck?
then, once we do it, then we'll have something less than 37 acres that we could potentially sell
You can.
I mean, because, you know, anytime you take something off the tax rolls, it just doesn't feel right. In this case, Commissioner Kabowski actually, I rode with him and he kind of showed me the area it was. So I do have that level of understanding. But again, 37 acres off the tax rolls. I don't know what that property sold for, but it's significant. And so then Rick, you can't collect those.
Well,
Got a big exemption on it because of the solar panels.
Yeah.
It was in ag before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's got some kind of solar exemption, so it's not a
So
commercial
it's a-
value.
Okay, you kind of net it out, but.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's some other plan that the county wouldn't necessarily, because this will be one of the most highly trafficked roads in the county once it's built, right?
Right.
Yeah, it'll be an extension of Farmer Market Road, from US State Road.
Oh, okay. It'll.
That's what we're,
1413
that's
will
what we're-
extend
that's
that.
what we're
trying.
hoping for, we're trying for.
Okay,
is-
so y'all have TxDOT or something working there?
We discussed with them, but also with the owners of River Ranch that, to work with us in getting this road constructed.
Anything that can take some of the load out of
Yeah.
Dayton is going to be of
Well, the whole
tremendous
idea,
benefit.
when we drew this up probably 4 years ago, we were going to continue on with the road from that point where it egresses onto 1409 and keep going straight across over to 563, which would include a bridge. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if you don't start now,
Right.
you never will get there.
Okay.
So this is the first piece.
Okay.
Chuck, you have anything you want to add?
I wanted to talk about the map. The meets and bounds description of the land, what we call the proposed donated land tract, is included by description as an exhibit on the economic development program agreement with the solar company. And there's a special exhibit that has the meets and bounds description. The way the surveyor did it, this is the key piece. If you look at the preliminary drawings of the River Ranch Parkway, this is the last piece on the right side of the map, on the eastern side of the proposed road, the long road that hooks into the farm to market road that runs north and south. This is the key piece on the east-west axis of the long road that connects to the farm to market road running north-south on the eastern side of the project. Now, the deed, the proposed acquisition by the county of the donated land tract, again, the surveyor goes down the center line, and there's 150 feet on either side of the center line survey. So that's a 300-foot strip. Okay, it equals the number of acres that you see in the agenda, but it's a center line with 150 feet on each side. That's a 300-foot strip. The idea is that the county was going to acquire this property lawfully for all public purposes authorized by law, any public purpose, but particularly it's mentioned, the primary focus right now is a public road. If that did not work out, I heard the comment by the speaker about taking it off the tax rolls, and he's right about that. You have to watch that. I understand, but the transaction, the documents are constructed now so that the conveyance will be to the county fee simple, with minerals reserved, but fee simple title for any and all lawful purposes. So if it doesn't turn out, if the road project doesn't work out, and sometimes they don't, the county would be able to use that land for any authorized public purpose, a county purpose, or even sell it.
Yeah, I saw that it had
So
a
it's
number of
from a
restrictions about,
Yep,
where it was adjacent
correct.
to
Yep.
solar.
Yep. Yes, sir. There's no restrictions. It's coming to the county. You're going to get it as a donation. That was part of the bargain for consideration on the solar project economic development agreement. But you don't have forever to make up your mind about it. You have to exercise the real estate option that's included in the solar agreement. That option ends on the 30th of this month. And if you timely exercise your option to go through with the donated land transaction, the closing of that transaction has to occur within 60 days of your trigger date when you exercise the option. That trigger date could be today. The way you do this, I prepared a vote order for the county judge, and I sent it in on, I believe it was Friday. I got it to Miss Taylor's office through Jones Belt's office on Friday. Do you have that in front of you, Judge?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, you want me to talk to you about that vote order?
Not a bad
Catherine,
idea.
do you have, Catherine, do you have it?
I have it electronically, Chuck.
I'm sorry, do you have it on the screen or something? Yes, the piece of paper, can somebody go talk to Miss Taylor or Miss Belt and have them print that thing out? I just assumed it would be in front of you, Judge.
And what's this piece of paper?
It's basically the motion.
It's
Oh, yeah, because I was going to make the motion
Yeah,
anyway.
it tells you what yeah.
I'll give it to you.
but it's specifically, it's the option agreement.
I mean, I've got it. I've got it. I've got it on an email here. I mean, I can talk to you about it, but I want to make sure that somebody in the room has it open and looks at it. It basically recites what
That would
happened.
be very helpful.
What's that? What do you say?
That we have it in front of us so that we can see it and read it.
Oh.
Yeah, I said that would be helpful.
It's the email. If you've got it on your, if you've got your,
County to proceed with the completion, closing, after that of the donation. It's already in here.
Since, oh, on the thing,
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of altered that and created a motion out of it as well.
what we'd like for you to do with real estate matters, this is, Judge Knight, it's sort of belt and suspenders with a real estate matter. You know, the minutes of the court will reflect a vote, but a lot of times on land, you like to have a piece of paper to support the vote, what we call a vote order. And the vote order is highly recommended on when something like this, when you're exercising a real estate option, because it'll be, you know, every fact will be on the document, and then you can get a certified copy once the vote order, if it's approved, once the vote order is executed by the court and the clerk, it goes into the minutes. You can get a certified copy of that minute entry, that vote order, and file it into real property records. See, you know, land is different. You know, we worry about memorializing the steps on land transactions a little bit differently than other transactions, and we'd like to show in the not just your minutes, but the real estate property records are filed in the OPR, the official public records maintained by the clerk's office, the county clerk. We'd like to see the exercise of your option, that vote order, a certified copy of that order filed in the real estate records. So that's the reason I'm suggesting very strongly that you get that document in front of you. We can come back to this in a second if you want to, but.
Yep, I have the order in front of me now, Chuck.
And Chuck,
All right,
I will
okay.
ensure that he gets a hard copy, and again, it will, if it's approved, it will be signed, filed in real property records, as well as a copy in the minutes of the court today.
That sounds like a plan. Thank you. The key phrase, Your Honor, is on page 2. Page 2. In the action items, after all the whereases, it's paragraph 3. It says if you approve it, it'll say the Commissioner's Court approves the county's A, timely and proper exercise of the aforesaid real estate option in order for the county to acquire the donated land for authorized public purposes as described in the agreement in this order. And then B, proceeding with and completing the closing of that aforesaid donated land conveyance transaction, et cetera, so on and so forth. And then the paragraph below that says, you, the county judge, shall perform all the tasks and execute all the documents on behalf of the Commissioner's Court in the county that are necessary and desired to complete the matter. In other words, to exercise the option and to go to closing. All right. So
Right.
you'll have some closing costs at closing. You're not supposed to, the company's not going to pay they've already paid $23,000 already to cover the land suitability testing. And
Right.
they're supposed to reimburse us for attorney's fees too, up to a certain point. So,
Yes.
but if the commissioner's court decides today to exercise the option, to approve the exercise of the option, that's really instructions for you and the county attorney's office and for me to draft a letter for you to sign that says we hereby exercise the option. There's some special words you have to say according to the contract with the company that you have to say, and we have to actually provide a proposed closing date. But that closing date is supposed to happen within 60 days of today, if you trigger the matter today by exercising the option. So this is the trigger instrument right here that authorizes you to sign a letter that says do it based on what the court told you to do.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Okay.
Catherine mentioned the suitability testing reports. Now they didn't do boring, of course. The geotechnical stuff was not really preliminary. If you're going to build a road out there, there's some further testing that'll have to be done. But the three tests that they did were waters of the United States analysis, endangered or threatened species, and a cultural, artifact, looking for Indian burial grounds and things like that. The answers to all that stuff is the risk are low. They didn't give it 1,000%, result. They never do. But the results were positive, and they certainly form the basis for a option exercise if you want to do it.
Okay. So I need to read this order as it's stated here at the top of the page right here.
Oh, really? Do you have the email that went along with it? I can summarize it. I'll tell you what to say on the motion in a second.
Yes, and then this order will be filed with the
Okay.
proper records
All right.
and a copy.
Would you mind telling me who Chuck Kimbrough is?
Yes, Chuck Kimbrough is our outside counsel with Bickerstaff. Bickerstaff has offices in Houston and Austin.
Okay.
Chuck is located in Austin, and he specializes in local government. And he and I worked closely together on several tax statements that we have brought before the court. So Chuck is very knowledgeable. I've learned a lot from him over the years. So we're in good hands.
Well, our office has done work for Liberty County for a long time, longer than I've been with the firm, and I've been with them more than 20 years.
Okay.
So the email I sent said the proposed vote order approves the county's timely exercise of the real estate option to acquire the land, the donated land. Okay. And number two,
Okay.
it authorizes the county to proceed with and complete the closing on that land. So exercise the option, proceed with and complete the closing of the donated land. If that's what the vote is, that's what the order says, that will tell you and me and the county attorney's office to get going on it and bring it to a conclusion.
All righty. So what does the motion need to be at this point, Catherine? Is that we move to approve the,
To consider or to make a motion to approve the order exercising the option to purchase, but to close on donated properties.
Would it be the same thing that's written here?
Yes.
Consider and approve the county to proceed with the completion or
Yes.
complete the closing donated land
There are,
action.
Yes, but I'd make it two parts where you exercise the option to accept the donated land and then to proceed with closing.
okay.
Will we read it?
Yes. Thank you.
So,
All right.
Okay,
All right,
go
go
ahead and
ahead.
read it,
We
please.
have a motion to approve the order to A, the county's timely and proper exercise of that certain real estate option granted by the Liberty County Solar Project LLC to the county as part of the active economic development program agreement. Said option to involve upon its exercise by Liberty County, the company's donation by deed without monetary consideration required as a purchase price to the county as authorized public purposes of all that certain tract or parcel of land located in Liberty County as part of the J.A. Williams League or Survey, abstract number 119 therein, containing approximately 37.7834 acres, more or less, and identified as the donated land in the agreement. B, the county to proceed with and complete the closing of the aforesaid donated land transaction with the company pursuant to the agreement whereby the county acquires the donated land from the company through the stated donation conveyance procedure, and C, all related matters.
Perfect.
I'll make that motion.
All right. All right, we got a motion from Bruce. Got a second from David. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays. And that motion does carry. Chuck, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chuck.
Yes, sir. I'll deal with your office staff on the documents, and I'll notify the other side. Thank you.
Yes,
Make a
sir.
motion to adjourn.
All righty. Next item is adjournment, and it's a motion from Bruce,
Second from Whitmire.
second from David to adjourn. Is there any further discussion about this? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. We are adjourned.